How do you measure your impact in your design projects? Well, this is an interview in a series of measuring success in web design. My name's Gene Hammett. I work with digital marketing companies to help them grow their business. So let's jump right into this. This interview is with Eric Wolf. Eric's a friend of mine, but I wanted to bring him in and interview him about the frustrations he was having within his own design agency and what he did with that frustration. Eric wanted to track success in each of the projects he did, and his clients wanted to track it as well. But there was no solutions available. Google Analytics just didn't do it. So Eric created ORBTR. Orbiter.net, I'll put the link on this page, but it will help you track the specifics of the people that are on your website. It's pretty cool. Think of this as the best of, because the interview was over an hour long, and I just wanted to pull out the juicy elements that are right for you in your business. So if you're watching this video and you have a question, put it in the comments. I'll answer it, or I'll get Eric to answer it. Also, if you're on Facebook, like it if you like it, share it if you want to share it, or come to my website at coreelevation.com to find other ways that you could measure success with your design projects. So hi, this is Gene Hammett. I'm with Core Elevation, and I've got a friend of mine that I've known for a while and met at a few WordCamps that I wanted to chat with. His name is Eric Wolf. Is that a beer, Eric?
No, Dr. Pepper.
Just kidding.
It's only 2 o'clock in Colorado, which means,
Well,
not quite.
I wanted to get Eric on because I really feel like he's got a strong message for web designers, which is my primary target audience. And as you guys know, I'm a business coach to web designers, and my mission here is to help you get more impact every project that you do and make more money. So Eric got an interesting background. I'm going to let you tell him a little bit about yourself, but I'm going to tell you what I know about Eric. He was a designer, created solutions for clients and websites, but he struggled with really being able to find a way to measure success. And so over time, and we're going to find out how long, but he created a solution to measure success on all of the web projects he was doing, and found that it was a really good solution to sell to other web designers and anybody else running a website that wants to do marketing automation and tracking people that are coming into the website. So he's written 2 books. We may talk about those a little bit, but they're Marketing Unmasked and Blog for Business. And you can reach Eric on Twitter at Eric Wolf, ERIKWOLF. Hi, Eric.
True things. Hey, how's it going, Gene?
That was a mouthful. I leave anything out there that you want to highlight, or?
No, we're good. We're good.
Well, we're going to talk about. I find that too many web designers rely just on Google Analytics.
Analytics is great. I mean, and especially for a free tool, there are very few things in the world that are more useful than analytics. It's incredible, and it's even gotten better. Just spending an hour in analytics, you can learn an incredible amount of information. But the thing about analytics is that it doesn't give you the whole picture. It shows you. It's sort of like if you want to. If you're looking at your business, forget the web stuff. If you're looking at your business, and Gene, I'm sure that you do this, there are different levels that you look at your business. If you want to say at the end of the month, how am I doing? You can look at and there are a lot of different things that you're going to look at. You're going to look at your overall financials. You're going to, you're going to close your books, and you're going to look at your balance sheet. You're going to look at your cash flow statement for the month, and you're going to say, okay, hey, this looks pretty good. But of course, that's at a macro level. If you really want to understand, you've also got to see, okay, well, what's going on with, how many new leads have I gotten this month? What kind of web traffic have I gotten? let's look on an engagement by engagement level and say, oh, well, I increased my business with this guy, but my business decreased with this person. Why is that? And so analytics gives you that really great kind of macro view, like your like your financial statements do, but you also need to understand the micro level.
Right.
And that means in a lot of cases understanding how specific people use your website, understanding the indicators that might separate somebody from being a quality lead or a low quality lead. Understanding really what people see when they open your web page. That's the piece that tools like Crazy Egg with the heat mapping do.
Right.
And if you really want to understand this stuff, really what you need is that holistic view, because analytics doesn't tell you the whole story. Analytics, basically shows you your website as if you're looking down on it from an airplane.
Well, let's talk a little bit about Orbiter, because I want to make sure that we do cover that. Tell us exactly what it does in 60 seconds.
In 60 seconds, am I on the clock?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so Orbiter is essentially a marketing automation, inbound marketing platform for WordPress. We've got a lot of tools built natively into your WordPress install. We track every single person that comes to your website. We monitor those that are converted to leads and let you know that, it's not visitor 4587 anymore. Now it's Gene Hammett. And we're going to show you what Gene Hammett does. We let you segment your leads based on either who they are and what they do. I've got 35 seconds still. We let you create automation based on that. We let you customize the content on your website based on who's looking at it. And we have tools for landing pages and email marketing and a couple of other things. And we also integrate with Zapier, which allows you to share the data that we help you gather with hundreds of other web services.
Oh yeah, I remember you talking about that in Chicago. I gotta talk to you about that, because I've been using Orbiter for a few months now, and I really love the ability to be notified that a lead is on my website.
Mm-hmm.
I don't use it in a creepy way, but I really do love the fact that I can see who's reading what and what they're reading, and I can respond to that, as opposed to that granular level, or that top level from Google Analytics that says you had 14 people visit this page today.
Right. So now that it's now that the person that visited that page, or one of the 14, was Jane Smith, who you've been pitching for the last 3 months. And that after that page, she looked at 3 others. And you maybe have been pitching Jane Smith for 3 months, and maybe you just haven't been able to turn the corner. But now you've got that, intelligence that says, hey, she's thinking about you. Maybe you should give her a call.
That's what it does for me in my business. It gives me insight into who I should focus and prioritize my follow-up with, whether it be email or a phone call. So that's exactly how I'm using it. I'm actually getting. I'm going to do MailChimp here soon, and I'm going to be using some of those features integrated with MailChimp. So
yeah, we'll be you'll be auto responding and all that stuff. I mean, it's pretty neat, because you can take that visit, and the really and the funny thing is that we start all this with somebody coming to your website. An action that for most of us is completely invisible. We don't know that Jane Smith came to the site unless she calls us up and says, hey Gene, I was just on your site and guess what I found. So now we see that, and we're able to do all kinds of cool stuff with it. So in addition to triggering that email notification, things that we can do are so Jane Smith comes and visits a particular page. Well, we could use that to trigger adding her to a MailChimp list. We could use that to trigger pulling her off of another Mailchimp list. We could use that to trigger a task for the sales manager in Salesforce. We could use that to trigger a note in Evernote. There are a lot of things that we can do just to say to however it is that you like having that information, hey, it's time to follow up.
Yeah.
And for the lead, being able to basically start responding to her based on factors that are completely invisible to her, and things that you've set up in advance, like Ron Popeil. You set and forget an autoresponder that's tied to a certain page, and when a known lead gets there, boom, they're added to that list. Next day they get an email. Really, really easy and powerful stuff. And then based on that visit, we can also then customize calls to action based on what we think she's on the verge of buying. Just change the website to suit her needs as we perceive them.
That's really cool. And what it does is it creates an ability to prioritize the people that are in your pipeline.
Absolutely.
Because I have a lot of people on my list, but I can actually prioritize how I follow up with people based on the patterns I see from ORBTR.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It really helps. And even when you think about something as simple as sending an email newsletter,
right.
You send an email newsletter and maybe you've got 1,000 people on your list, just to use a nice round number. You've got 1,000 people on your list, and you send out your newsletter, and let's say 45 people click through and end up on your site. And MailChimp shows you all that. And of course, now you've got a list of 45 people who clicked, but beyond that, you don't have the intelligence to know which of those 45 are most interested in what you're saying right now.
Yeah.
So now you take that information and you combine it with, sort of like that, it's the same thing with the, looking at the macro micro. Now you can see which of the 45 are the most important, because you can tell the difference between somebody who clicked through, read the one page and left, and the person who visited 8 pages after that.
Yep. Absolutely.